One of the big components of what's going to be happening is something called a cap, and that's where we bring in Chief Meteorologist Tom Wachs to talk about this cap. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, great to be here. So really interesting and great presentation there, kind of the weather synopsis, right, of what's going on. And it was so interesting because when you showed Sky Vision Plus there weren't too many storms tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
and it's so interesting because model to model is a little bit different. Let's take a look. So here's the deal. A lot of science coming in with this for tomorrow in particular. Now, you might be saying cap in the atmosphere. What is that? Well, what that means is think about when you boil water on the stove and you get the steam rising, right? If you were to put a lid on that, it prevents the steam from rising. Same concept in the atmosphere when we're talking about a capping inversion, as it's known. There's a lid on the atmosphere. So let's talk about this here. Now, typically, we would not see a warm layer of air just above us. Air gets colder as you typically go up. So as warmer air rises, it tends to cool and form showers and thunderstorms. But in certain cases, like on our Friday, we're going to have just this little warm layer of air just above us. Well, think about this. Warm air rises and cold air sinks, right? You know that when you open the freezer door at home and the cold air comes pouring out at your feet. So as that warm air continues to rise, that's when it cools, condenses, and forms showers and thunderstorms. Well, a warm parcel of air can't rise into air that's warmer than itself, right? So that's why we call it a capping inversion. It's like a lid on the atmosphere. So this uncapped version is where the air rises and it breaks through this cap, and then showers and thunderstorms start to form. So as Holly had been showing, when it came to the chances for thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon and evening on our Friday, not many popped up in the model because the model stayed capped. In other words, the cap didn't break. But here's the deal. Number one, if we warm up enough, and number two, if that cold front is strong enough, it could break through that cap, and if it does, then those thunderstorms realize the instability in the atmosphere, the warm, humid environment, and that's where it could be off to the races with strong to severe showers and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon and evening, and that is why we have that risk for severe thunderstorms as we head into our Friday afternoon. So guys, it's really interesting because it's an all or nothing kind of event for us on our Friday, right? It literally could be dry most of the day, but if that cap gets broken, it could be a very interesting scene with some stronger thunderstorms just kind of here and there across the area.
Right, and it could be little pops here and there, like you say. And I love your analogy of the pot, right, with the boiling pot and the lid on. And think about it when you lift that lid up. What happens?
Boom, there it goes.
Right,
Exactly.
and so it can be just that explosive as well in the atmosphere. So that's why we're watching tomorrow very closely. Thanks.